feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. I can dance like David danced. Feel blessed, feel blessed. Let me hear you feel safe, blessed. Feel blessed, feel blessed. Yeah. I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. I can dance like David danced. Let me hear you say, ooh, Lord. Yeah. Everybody sing, ooh, Lord. Yeah. We want on that team, we can, ooh, Lord. Yeah. You've been so long. You didn't let me shuffle. She didn't hear me. From Eddie Dibia, Ujao mi consiwa ehojo, Namanu yashami kerama. Ujao mi consiwa ehojo, Namanu yashami kerama. Enti, Misuro, Anajubo Bombiara. Misuro, Anajubo Bombiara. Nima kucham, Nanimu anije, Ninu nasina metina. Feel blessed. I feel blessed when I'm wrapped up in your love, dancing to my gospel song. Feel blessed, feel blessed. I feel blessed, 'cause your promises are sure. They are yea and amen. Feel blessed, feel blessed. I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. I can dance like David danced. Feel blessed, feel blessed. Let me hear you feel safe, blessed. Feel blessed, feel blessed. Feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. We can dance like David did. Feel blessed, feel blessed. We want on that team, we can, ooh, Lord. Blessed. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Na mesu erade se woni mi banko bia ne mabanke se yankopana me de me ho matoso. Surely he will deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. And in the name of he who died and rose again, shall you succeed and be blessed in the name of Jesus. Hallelujah. He had done this in the Most High, Almighty God, creator of the heaven and the earth, in the supreme ruler. Blessed. I feel blessed when I'm wrapped up in your love, dancing to my gospel song. Feel blessed, feel blessed. I feel blessed, 'cause your promises are sure. They are yea and amen. Feel blessed, feel blessed. I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. I can dance like David danced. Feel blessed, feel blessed. Let me hear you feel safe, blessed. Feel blessed, feel blessed. Yeah. I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. I can dance like David did. Let me hear you say, ooh, Lord. Everybody sing, ooh, Lord, We want on that team who can, ooh, Lord, You've been so long. You got the enemy, shuffle, hearing me. Mommy, don't move from Eddie Dibia. Tell me cause you are Ewojo, Namanu Yashamikirama. Tell me cause you are Ewojo, Namanu Yashamikirama. Enti, Misuro, Anajubu Bombiara. Misuro, Anajubu Bombiara. Ononima Kucham. Nyannimu wanije Ninu nasina metina Fearless I feel blessed When I'm wrapped up in your love Dancing to my gospel song Fearless I feel blessed Cause your promises are sure They are here and amen. Fearless. I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. I can dance like David dance. Fearless. Let me hear you feel safe to let. Fearless. I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. Can just like David did. We want on that team who can, ooh, Lord. Blessed. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Namesu eradise wunimi banko biane mabanke se yankupana medeme ho matoso. Surely he would deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. And in the name of he who died and rose again shall you succeed and be blessed. In the name of Jesus. Hallelujah. Me adore the Most High, Almighty God, creator of the heaven and earth, in the supreme ruler. Blessed. I feel blessed when I'm wrapped up in your love, dancing to my gospel song. Fearless. I feel blessed, cause your promises are sure. They are yea and amen. Fearless. I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. I can dance like David dance. Fearless. Let me hear you feel safe to let. Fearless. I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. I can dance like David did. Let me hear you say, ooh, Lord. Everybody sing, ooh, Lord, We want on that team who can, ooh, Lord, You've been so long. You got the enemy, shuffle, hearing me. Mommy, Tia, Ujao mi consiwa ehojo, Namanum yashem mi kerama. Ujao mi consiwa ehojo, Namanum yashem mi kerama. Enti, Misuro, Anajubo Bombiara. Misuro, Anajubo Bombiara. Ononema kucham, Nema kucham, Nyanimu anije, Ninu Sena Metana. Feel blessed when I'm wrapped up in your love, dancing to my gospel song. Feel blessed, I feel blessed, 'cause your promises are sure. They are here and amen. Feel blessed, I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. I can dance like David dance. Feel blessed. Let me hear you feel safe, blessed. Feel blessed. I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. I can dance like David dance. Feel blessed. We want to let you move on, Lord. Blessed. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Na mesu erade se woni mi banko bia ne mabanke se yankopana me de me ho matos.
What do I think? Please. Are you not the one who said?
Who said what?
Brother Michael, what is the sister trying to say?
Brother Sammy, don't mind Sister Rita. When there is an anointing overflow, this is how she behaves.
Don't mind Sister Rita. Brother Michael.
Oh, please.
Is that what you said?
Oh, please.
Hey.
Okay, let me talk.
Talk.
Brother Sammy, people in this church are expressing their concern about how you are leading this ministry. The people here are not happy at all. And we think it's becoming a one-man show.
Brother Michael, let me make this very simple for you. Okay. Who amongst you here is not happy with the way I run this ministry? Show my hand.
Brothers.
Hey, what about you?
Me, I'm a first timer.
Is it the first time? Hey, Brother Michael.
Oh, brothers.
Where are the people you say are not happy with the way I run this ministry?
Brothers.
Hey, Brother Michael, answer me.
Okay, take it that I am the only one. Brother Sammy, we have executives in this ministry. But anytime we meet, it is to listen or take your instructions.
This is nonsense.
Oh.
Look at his face. How can you tell me this?
Shabada bro.
Shabada trophy. Shabada trophy. See, let me tell you, I am not going to. See, if you can't stand the way I run my ministry, you can leave and start your own. You'll see how to run it.
Okay, thank you. I will leave. Go. Master, we can't answer. Go.
And man, I called my brother.
Shabada trophy. No more collection.
Brother Sammy, that is no way to talk to the brother. Besides, he's not the only one with an issue. I also have an issue. Our meeting dragged too much. It could last 3 hours, but sometimes we end up going 5 to even 6 hours.
Hey, Sister Rita, whenever you want to close yourself and go home, go.
Yes.
See, I am not going to limit the Holy Spirit in this ministry. What kind of group is this? Exactly. And see, let me tell you, I am not going to stand any Jezebel spirit in this ministry.
And who has the Jezebel spirit? Me, Rita. You laid hands on me and filled me with the Holy Spirit. Was it Jezebel spirit you gave me?
Sister, please, it's all right then. Come and sit down.
It is not all right.
Hey.
It is.
Hello and welcome to ENCORE, the Facebook Live platform on which we talk about all things love, marriage, relationship, sex, and what have you. They call me Uncle WHYTE. I am the CEO of Roman Productions. But for the purposes of this platform, all you need to know is that I am committed to working with you to become your best self. Once again, you are welcome. Today, before I go into your questions, and we have a whole lot of questions that we have not been able to attend to, and today we're going to attend to them. But before we go into that, I'd like us to take a moment to look at what we can learn from these times. This episode is coming to you in the era of the coronavirus pandemic. Panic everywhere. People are no longer hugging. I'm wondering what people like Ife, how they are surviving. Abiziga sleeps better only when she gets a hug, so I'm sure she's on a ventilator or something. So these are strange times, but life continues. Life goes on. So what are some of the lessons we can pick and some wisdom that we can pick in these times when we never know? We never know what tomorrow is going to bring. So let's go. You can call this the coronavirus edition, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. But the positive one. Now, the first lesson for me is this: that there will be winners and losers in this crisis. There will be people who lose big time, and I'm not talking about life. I'm talking about quality. Standard of living and everything. And then there are those who are going to thrive under these circumstances. Today I'm going to introduce you to one group of winners and one group of losers. So, winners. Those who are going to win in this crisis are those who have always invested in their relationships. Because you see, life is grinding to a halt. Everything is on suspension now. So you are with your family, you are home, or you are with one person that means the world to you. Now, if you haven't invested in this person, if you haven't bonded well enough with this person, now that you are home, it's going to be very stressful for you. Because there's not going to be any conversation going on. There's not going to be any fun things going on because you are strangers to each other. So those who are winning right now and who I'm sure if you ask them are praying that this will last a little bit longer are those for whom this is an extended holiday. And they are having fun, and they are with their family, they are with their children, they are with their spouses, and they are having fun. They talk, they play, they eat together, they have fun together that they haven't had in a long time. They are winners. And then the loser is the one who made his home bed and breakfast. Oh, minus the breakfast, because he didn't have time to take breakfast. The one, you know them. You know the person who leaves home at the crack of dawn because he has to avoid traffic and get to the office early enough, and does not come home till 9:30 when all the children are asleep. Now they are going to have a very difficult time now, because what are you going to talk about? You don't even have any history. You don't have anything going. So you are a stranger in the house. And you know, your spouse and your children, if you've always treated them as if they didn't matter, this is the time, payback time, and they will pay you back big time. They'll be having fun. They'll be having fun in the hall. As soon as you enter, everybody goes quiet. And then they are looking at you, and you are standing there, and you say, what are you people talking about? And your daughter is likely to go, nothing. And you're going to stand there. So there will be winners and losers. I hope you are on the winning side. And if you are not, then lesson number 2. There's always an opportunity to press the reset button. We've all become a bit being surrounded by a lot of technology. Now, one of the fantastic things about every form of technology is that they always have this button they call the reset button, where things are not going the right way, you don't like the way things are going. There's always this button you press, and everything, you have a new beginning. And I believe that the coronavirus is a reset button for those of us who haven't done well so far. It is a reset button for you to now begin to understand what matters. You know, in the crisis, in all the countries that have gone into lockdown, nobody was locked down in an office. Everybody was told, stay at home. They didn't say, stay at your office, behind your desk, with your laptop. They sent you home. Stay home. There's a lesson there for all of us. Your home means a lot to you. At the end of the day, it is all you have. It is all you have. And so this is the reset button. This is the time for us to understand that my home and those I share that home with matter. They must be my priority. So far, many of us have made our work our priority. But you know, your work has sent you home. Now it is the home that is now having to sustain you. So press the reset button now. Ask yourself this question. If, God forbid, but if you did not make it out of this through this crisis, how would you want to be remembered by the one you say you love? Not by your colleagues. Actually, your colleagues will remember you for whatever. It doesn't matter. But the one person that means the world to you, how will that person remember you? If the person is mourning at your funeral, what will be the content of the mourning and the reason for the mourning? Is it that, you know, there are widows and widowers who cry at a funeral because everybody is watching me. I must cry, or they will say I killed him. But in my heart of hearts, oh, good riddance. You should have gone earlier. Would that be the case? Or would this be the case of, I've just lost my best friend. I've just lost the greatest lover of my life. Would that be the reason while your partner, your spouse, will be crying. So, reset button. Let's all take the opportunity of resetting our button, of rearranging our priorities and knowing what matters, what does not matter. Because in the day-to-day activity, there are lots of things that don't matter that we think matter and we devote too much time to. This is the time to realize not very much matters. 3, there are no guarantees in life. There are no guarantees in life. So today, express your love today. Because you may not have the chance to say it tomorrow. That email you've been wanting to send to that girl, send it. Send it. That thank you note you needed to write to that boy. Oh, send it today. Send it today. Listen, you may be here today because you are listening to me, but that person may not be here tomorrow. So, life gives you no guarantees. Don't take anything for granted. Don't take anything for granted. Don't take for granted the fact that you even have somebody's love in your life. Don't take for granted that for granted. So today, find ways of celebrating those who love you. Find a way of letting them know you are glad they are in your life. Because life gives us no guarantees. If you do not believe me, go and ask Boris Johnson. After locking Britain down, he locked Britain down, was it yesterday or 2 days ago? Today he is tested positive.
And Prince Charles.
No, Prince Charles we have known. And Prince Charles did not shut a nation down. This guy did. And in shutting the nation down, no, there are no guarantees in life. And that is one thing I love about coronavirus. It is no respect of persons. You know, the kind of people it is touching. It enters a nation and it touches the stars. It touches the big men and things like that. I wish all crises were like that. they would touch the policy makers. 4, we are each other's keepers. We are each other's keeper. You know, we forget that what concerns me concerns you. What concerns you concerns me. Because we are that interconnected. Otherwise, how do you explain that an epidemic that broke in a little known province in China should now cause the whole world, whether they like it or not, to shut down? We are each other's keepers. So what concerns you must concern me. Otherwise, I do not value myself. And what concerns me must concern you. Otherwise, you do not value yourself. We are that interconnected. And that is why, from now on, we should look at each other differently. And because we are each other's keeper, that is why the social distancing protocols that have been rolled out, you must be mindful of it. If you don't value your life, at least value the lives of those you interact with. Value them. So, wash those hands. Clean the environment. Don't touch your face too much. No handshakes for now. And let the busy guests in your life wait. They will get a hug later. But oh my goodness, when this virus is gone, we are each other's keeper. 5, personal hygiene is important for a healthy relationship. Now, coronavirus is reminding us how important personal hygiene is. But personal hygiene has always been important. And if you've never taken it seriously, then you've never had a great relationship. Because there is nothing more difficult than struggling to sleep and realizing that apart from sleep not coming, the personal odor of the body next to you is also driving the little sleep that even wants to come away. There is nothing like being in the anointing and being in the groove and beginning to move in the spirit. And then suddenly you are hit by a wave of scent. And then all the anointing is gone. Personal hygiene is important. So The young men, and I'm talking in Ghana and to Ghanaians. I know some countries they don't take their bath. In Ghana, we take our bath twice a day.
Supposed straight.
So don't come to bed without taking care of the personal odor. How you do it, I don't care. Because you don't need to take your bath necessarily to take care of that. There's something called towel and things like that. They can do wonders. But clean yourself up before you come. Brush your teeth before you come and sleep. Yeah. You know, whenever you see them in the movie, they wake up in the middle of the night and they go at it. That's a movie. They haven't been asleep. They were pretending they were asleep. There is everybody, when you wake up in the morning and you did not pace before you sleep, you will need mercy for a kiss. So let's observe personal hygiene. It is good for a healthy relationship. 6, and the 6th point is going to be a difficult one. Love sometimes dictates that you stay away. Love sometimes dictates that you stay away. Today, under this coronavirus crisis, the best thing you can do for your loved ones is to stay away. If you love somebody, don't shake their hands. Don't cough on the person. Observe the social distancing protocol because of love. We tend to think that if there's love, we must do everything together, we must always be together. No, not always. Right now, if you can even afford independent bedrooms, I think it will help you. Because you value that person's life. Because the tricky thing with this virus is that you never know if you are a carrier. You may not show any symptoms. And that is what makes it so treacherous. So love sometimes it takes that. I love you so much that I'm not going to give you a hug. I love you so much that I think I'll sleep in the guest room. I love you so much that let's keep a bit of a distance. It is all in the name of love. 7. Now, if 6 was going to be difficult, 7 is going to be even more difficult. In a love relationship, it is important that you are strong for yourself. You know, we always go into a relationship and think that, oh, so that when I'm down, my lift me up. Now, under this virus, it has become each one for himself. God for us all. Because your partner himself hasn't found a grandin. Do you understand me? The kind of an illness that is knocking head or says, then me, your small boyfriend, you say what? I should come to your house when you are coughing. Oh, you cough. When you finish, let me know. So the point I'm making is that this period is letting us know the importance of being strong on your own and not thinking that somebody else completes you. You've got to be complete. You remember on this platform, I've said that the formula for a healthy relationship is not half plus 1 equal to 1. It is 1 times 1 equal to 1. In other words, one whole complete individual. You multiply that individual by another whole complete individual, and then the two shall be 1. You know, that is the formula. So don't expect somebody to come and protect you and to make you feel safe. Feel safe for yourself. Be strong for yourself, because it is a kind of situation where may you never experience this, but I have seen this before, where a man and a husband were entering a house and a dog dashed at them. The man jumped the gate, and behind the gate started shouting, "Adria Tumiko, Adria Johnny." But he was gone, long gone. So be strong for yourself. Be strong for yourself, and we'll be fine. Now, let me go to my last point. 8. You know, I'll give an introduction to 8 before I give you the lesson. In 2016 into 17, when a death sentence was handed to me, and I was told that I'll not see my next birthday, and I went into prayer, crying unto God, there was a lesson the Spirit of God taught me. He said, do not be afraid of dying. Because as for dying, you will die one day. Either today, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you will die. So he said, don't be afraid of dying. That is not the issue. He said, instead, be afraid of not living. Be afraid of not living. And that's a lesson. So many people have gotten into such a panic mode that they have despaired of life. They can't sleep. They can't eat. Meanwhile, the sickness didn't even touch them. But they are already dead, because of that, just that anticipation. No, live your life fully. There are adjustments we are all making. There are restrictions that we are all imposing upon ourselves. But find ways of living a rich life. Find ways within this limited period of making your life rich. So, doesn't mean taking up gardening. Go ahead, take it up. Doesn't mean rearranging your room. Rearrange your room. That wardrobe that you've been thinking of decluttering, this is a good time to do it. Learning a new thing, and a musical instrument, this is a good time. Wanting to write, this is a good time to write. Getting in touch digitally or virtually with their friends and families, this is a good time. But whatever you do, live. Don't be afraid. Don't panic. Don't panic. We'll be all right, too. One way or the other, we will be all right. Now, if you live in your life with so much panic, and this whole thing passes and you are still here, are you going to get a refund of the panic days? For now, hey, you have food to eat today. Oh, enjoy it. Don't worry whether you won't have food tomorrow. Enjoy it today. Make the best of today. That dress that you've been hiding and saying that you one day wear, oh, today, that shoe you wear it and go to the grocery shop next door. That place you can go. Or in the hall, just dress up and sit in the hall and watch television. Because you want to live, and you want to live big time. These are not the usual times. But for those of us who are believers, for those of us who know God, we know He's still on His throne. And as long as He's on His throne, as long as He remains a merciful God, as long as He remains a God who says, I'm your shepherd, as long as He's a God who says that no harm will come near your tent, we know we'll be all right. And I wish that for you. We'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll go into some of the questions we have in the past. I have some brave warriors here. I have a few people in the studio, but don't worry, we are keeping social distancing among ourselves. Andrew walked in and he hasn't hugged anybody, he hasn't shaken anybody's hand, very unusual. But even more unusual is that the ladies haven't gone to hug him. So, the times change. So, Andrew, good afternoon. You're welcome, and thank you for joining me. Andrew could not join us last week because he said he was doing Galamsey, and the young lady I called Olive is also here with us. Olive, good to see you. And then of course the Queen Abiziga is here, and now we have a new Mal 7. She'll be introduced to you later. Believe is here, Mr. Kitchen is here, and then Gan you'll be somebody who needed to remind himself that he was born Gan. Otherwise, he would have forgotten. So he has to put it in his name. Gambi. Yeah. Well, we'll take a short break. We'll come back, and when we'll back, we'll take your questions, and then we'll have fun. This is going to be a very good time. So, we'll be right back.
Honey, won't you come to bed?
I'll be with you. I'll be with you shortly.
Come on, let's go to bed too. And you're doing this.
Sir?
Sweetheart, I think it's getting late. You should come to bed.
Get the best-selling novels, The Deal, and Perfect Couple by Uncle WHYTE at 40 Ghana cedis each. Available at all Shell shops, selected bookshops, and total filling stations. For inquiries, call 050-554-6010 or WhatsApp 050-554-6030 for your copies.
What do I think
Oh,
I'm
please.
Are you not the one who said?
Who said what?
Brother Michael, what is the sister trying to say?
Brother Sammy, don't mind Sister Rita. When there is an anointing overflow, this is how she behaves.
Don't mind Sister Rita. Brother Michael.
Oh, please.
Is that what you said?
Oh, please.
Hey.
Okay, let me talk.
Talk.
Brother Sammy, people in this church are expressing their concern about how you are leading this ministry. The people here are not happy at all. And we think it's becoming a one-man show.
Brother Michael.
Well, thank you very much for staying with us. You are welcome. You are still with ENCORE. We've just gone through some of the lessons from this whole period of crisis. Nesbitt says, quarantine is super boring. Yes, Nesbitt, yes, it's true. That's why we don't do it often. It is super boring. And there are people who lose their mind within this period. I know that. That's why we all need to keep hope alive. And we all need to find interesting ways filling our lives. And Nesbitt also says we should pray for the U.S. They've hit 80,000 cases and 85. And climbing. God have mercy on all of us, not just in the U.S., but all the world over. Okay, MD Hans, well, Nanaya Ajaman, thank you very much. And, okay, right. Now let me introduce the two people with me. They are no strangers to you. The beautiful one is Abiziga. We call her our queen. And the handsome one is Andrew, the best actor in Ghana, and has been for 10 years. Over 10 years, 12 years almost. Abizi and Andrew, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Uncle.
All right. Efe will be reading the questions for us. Efe, is there any question that has caught your attention?
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. How should you treat someone you've fallen out of love with now that you're stuck at home with them?
Go to work. Go to work. Or mingle.
Read the question again.
How should you treat someone you've fallen out of love with now you're stuck at home with them?
It means these are people you can't avoid. And remember in my presentation, I said this thing gives us the opportunity to press the reset button. So press the reset button, sit down with this person, and get to know each other again and fall in love all over again. This whole thing of I've fallen out of love is an illusion. It's an illusion you have put on yourself. It's a state of mind. So work at it. You have the opportunity now to have a chat, a long chat with this person, so that you can trace what has happened and what made you fall out of love. And then let's see whether we can repair broken bridges. All right, let's go.
Okay. How should those who work at home, so those who already work at home, adjust to meet the needs of the rest of the family who are now stuck at home with them?
There's somebody who works at home, Andrew. Oh, actually, the two of them, Andrew and Abiziga. For them, this whole quarantine thing, they haven't heard it cry because they work from home. Andrew, take that question for me.
The question again.
Hold on. The question is, how should those who work at home adjust to meet the needs of the rest of the family now stuck at home with them?
Well, it has always been something I did, so I don't know how, because I pay the bills and stuff like that already. So now, how, I don't know. I don't think it should be anything that complicated. Or
There's kids, maybe?
there are kids. Yeah. I mean, let me. If there's kids, I mean, they mean kids, the children, right?
Not necessarily. That your partner is now home. It's not longer getting up in the morning and going out.
Well, the best way I see is there should be some time for compartment. What's the word?
Compartmentalization.
Compartmentalization.
How do you know the word he wanted to use?
He said compartment, right?
And yes, and then I figured it.
So for you to work effectively, you need to block out some time as much as possible, so that you can get the necessary number of hours you need to be effective with the work you are doing.
That's right.
So that you can also dedicate some time to the family or those you are home with.
Uncle, like you said, it's not new to me. It's just that I have my sister at home now, so we are 3. Yeah, we just have one extra person. And despite the fact that we're just 3, I still feel like it's a smaller house. But then I take my mind back to Brunia, when family members would come and visit, and we have a full house. It feels to me like the same way I feel when we are just 3. I think it's really a state of mind. Now, coming to your question, we are individuals. Yes, we are all at home. I feel everybody should do what they want to do. Live your life and then make time for your partner. Make time for the children. You wake up in the morning, you have your bath, you do whatever. Well, I don't think a lot of us will be having our bath since we're not going anywhere. We'll undress or something. But my point is, when you wake up, do what you got to do, but always make time for people. I think we have to put it in our mind. We have to prepare our mind that this might be a limited time to be around each other. But we also have to understand that we have to give each other space. So we have to just find a balance there.
All right. Yeah, Ohene Afrani says, Abiziga and Andrew are closer than the recommended 2 meters. So, Mr. Kitchen, give me the stool there. And Abizi, you sit on the stool. Yeah, is the distance good enough for you? No, the smaller one. The shorter one. By that place. Okay. All right. Yeah, is the distance good enough for you? And Elijah, let's have another mic, please, so they don't share mic. So we get on with the social distancing. Yes. Someone says that, Effie, Nesby says it doesn't look like anti-corona has had anything to do with your voice. Yeah, go on.
Okay, so is there a chance for friendship after a breakup?
Come again.
Is there a chance for friendship after a breakup?
Abizi, take that.
It depends. It depends on how the breakup came to be in the first place. If one person was decided that, you know what, I can't be with you and I want to move on, then there's a problem. You have to give that person time to heal, get over it, and if he or she wants to be friends, then fine. But if it was a mutual understanding, look, I don't think it's working out, and yeah, I don't think so too. Depending on your personality, you might want to be friends. For all you know, you were friends from the beginning, and that was how it was supposed to be. So it really depends on the manner in which, or the circumstance in which the breakup happened.
Andrew?
Well, picking up from there, sometimes the relationship was so toxic that I wouldn't recommend even considering friendship afterwards. You know, even if he has changed, I mean, just close that chapter and leave, let it go. You know, if he
because it was so toxic.
Because it was so toxic. I mean, just let it go. I don't want to, you know, see you hanging out with that guy who used to beat you when you were. And you say, oh, he has changed. Okay, he has changed. You let him
be.
Let him change.
Yeah.
Elsewhere. You know, sometimes.
Good for him.
Good for him. Leave him. Let him be in his corner. You know, sometimes it's so bad that the best thing for you is just.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. I agree with them. Next question, please.
Okay, so it's got a bit of a preamble. Just when I got a man to treat me right and love me, the world wants to end. Wow. Just wow. Dear uncle, not that he has accepted to be my man, but situations show that he wants to be my man. I don't want him to know that I'm eager and desperate for him. What to do?
Miss Liverpool. I'll call you Miss Liverpool.
You almost won the league.
Yeah.
Oh,
30 years. 30 years.
You almost won the league.
30 years. 20 how many points apart? With just about 2 matches to go. And now, so it's like, so Miss Liverpool, I share your pain. Yeah, just when. I thought that it would have been nice if he also knew you love him. Because the way you are talking, it doesn't look like he's aware that he even matters that much to you. Yeah, Efe, let's go on to the next question.
Yeah, okay. When is it the right time to call it quits?
When is the right time to call it quit? Okay. Andrew.
There was a time the answer would have been straightforward, but I've been watching ENCORE for too long.
And it has messed your mind.
The right time to call it quits. I would say if, of course, you're talking about, no, we're not talking about marriage.
No,
no. The right time to call it quits, of course, when there is abuse.
Okay.
I think that's a straightforward one. When the person feels there's this thing where they say you feel your life is being drained. You know, this person always sucks. You feel like it's just taking and taking, whether it's your financial resources or your emotional strength or whatever. Anytime you're around the person, you feel like you don't feel replenished. You feel drained all the time. I think you should walk away and not hold on to the hope that it will get better.
Okay.
I think so.
Because we'll take a short break, and when we come, we'll take some more questions. Okay? Are you ready? All right, let's do it. Abiga and change places. Someone said, I think he.
Honey, won't you come to bed?
I'll be with you. I'll be with you shortly.
Come on, let's go to bed too. And you're doing this.
Sir? Sweetheart, I think it's getting late. You should come to bed.
best-selling novels, The Deal and Perfect Couple by WHYTE at 40 Ghana cedis each. Available at all Shell shops, selected bookshops, and total filling stations. For inquiries, call 050-554-6010 or WhatsApp 050-554-6030 for your copies.
Okay, you're welcome back. Harriet and Mami AC, I hope you are better now. You are feeling okay now. The lady and the gentleman have changed places, and I will continue. Effie, next question, please.
Okay. My partner has discussed a secret I was told never to discuss with anybody. Yet her cousin confronted me about it. Can I trust her?
It's gone. Okay, Andrew, someone tells you something and says, don't tell anybody about it. And then somebody comes to you who seem to know about what the person has told you. What would you do?
Well, I've given my word to the person that I wouldn't disclose it. So I'll have to find a way around it. Besides, everybody has someone they trust.
Yes.
The same way, if I tell the person that this thing I'm telling you, don't tell anybody, that person will also find someone they believe they trust more than anyone in the world, and also say, don't tell anybody. And then it goes on. It will go on.
Like coronavirus.
Yes. So if you've given your word to the person that you wouldn't tell anyone, the best thing to do is just keep it to yourself.
Abizi.
Uncle, Andrew is so right. There's always someone that you would end up telling that to. So if I tell you something and then I hear it from someone else, it's not going to be so much of a surprise anyway to me. But I'm going to confront you. I told you this. How come this person knows about it? Just so that you understand that, Ochina, if I don't give you filler, it is because of this wrong move.
No, this is the situation that this person is asking you is that, for instance, Andrew confides in you and says, please, I'm confiding in you, don't tell anyone. Then the Nisaki comes to you and say, Abizi, I understand Andrew so.
You ain't getting it from me. It's not going to happen.
Okay.
It's not going to happen.
Yes.
You know, the difference.
The voice you are hearing is that of the one who had to remind himself that he's a child of a gun.
Ganyobi.
Yes.
There are two ways. If someone comes to you and asks, what is it about this thing? Okay, then you can act as if you don't know anything. Yeah. But there are people who come to you from the point of they know that he's told you and they're coming for a certain level of confirmation. Indeed, they give you some of the facts and they just want to know if it is true. Now, at that point, the dilemma is, I don't know how much you know, so then I wouldn't know how much to tell you. And then also, I'm also trying to preserve my relationship with you, so I don't want to let you down. You understand? So then you are left hanging in that balance. At that point, what do you do?
I think we should learn to say to people, it is not my place to tell you. what I know about this, what I don't know about this, it is not my place to tell you. And respect that it is not my place to tell you. In Ghana in particular, we make things our business that are none of our business.
Yeah.
You know, why is Andrew today so quiet in the corner? Why are you asking me? That's Andrew. Go and ask him. And yet, the Ghanaian always would haggard an answer. Why is Andrew so sad? Oh, you know, Andrew buried the father 2 weeks ago. Is that why? You know, but you don't know. The truth is that you do not know. Or even if he has told you, it's not my place to tell you. But if you like, if it means that much to you, that's Andrew. Go and talk to him. You know, because quite often people come to us and they play what I call psychology on us. They've seen you with Andrew. They've heard bits and pieces of what is going on. They won't feel like that, but they assume that now that they've seen you talking with Andrew, maybe Andrew was telling you. So they come to you playing as if they know the issue. So they drop some of those things. Now, if you know, why are you coming to me? I'm not Andrew. Go to him. But we should always let people know, none of my business, none of your business. But if it means that much to you, go to the source. But it is not my place to tell you. It is not my place to tell you what I know or what I don't know. It is not my place to tell you.
Uncle.
Yeah.
It's funny how that situation has changed a lot of relationships and ended a lot of relationships.
Okay.
Like Ken said, you are found in a point where probably both of them mean a lot to you. Both of them are friends. And whatever happens, you tell each other, but maybe not about each other. You have a relationship with Andrew, you tell him everything, he tells you everything. Then I have a relationship with you, tell me everything, I tell you everything. Now this fella has come, in quote, and then you ask me about it. And then I tell you that I'm not in the position to tell you.
It is not my place.
It's not my place to tell you that. Then there's a heartbreak somewhere.
No, there isn't. No, I gave Andrew, whatever Andrew and I talked was confidential. And please, just as what you and I talk about is confidential. And just as you will not be happy if what you tell me goes out there, even to one person. So please, let's respect the confidence that he put in me, in whatever he might have told me or not have told me.
If the person doesn't understand that, then something is wrong.
Something wrong,
There's
yes.
something wrong with that. Because the person should be able, because they also tell you things they expect you not to tell anyone else. So if you've asked something and the person is saying it's not my place to tell you, and you are upset, then what are you saying? You know.
Yeah.
But Uncle, I think the young men should really understand it, because sometimes you have filler, you know you're not supposed to give, and then a beautiful girl comes, your friend, and she asks you, because the guy wants an opportunity or access, then sometimes the girl doesn't even need to ask. You just, do you know, just to engage the girl and impress her.
Yeah.
You know? So the young men, they should.
And how does that work? Does it succeed in impressing them?
I don't know. It depends on the guys. But I know, sometimes the eagerness to gain favor or to get the girl's attention.
Yeah, drives some of these things.
Some of these things. Where
and it makes us say things we shouldn't have said.
Hi, Effie. Oh, you're looking nice today. Fine. Then Effie will go back and look in her phone. And do you know something? Then,
Because you want her attention.
You want her attention. You want her to. So.
Is that not when we say even the things we don't know?
Yeah, you fill in the blank space.
Yeah, that's when we talk and overtalk, and we add things, and we get going. No, not have you eaten.
Not have you eaten.
That's when, look, Andrew traveled to, let's say Andrew traveled to Sunyani, but in this narration, Sunyani is not nice. So Andrew attempted to go to Côte d'Ivoire, and he was stopped at the border, and he was brought back. And he didn't have money to come back to Accra, so he stopped at Sunyani. Because you're under pressure to just say something and get attention. So we are having problems with the network, right?
Facebook.
So I'm told right now it's too late to tell them to go to YouTube, because whoever is on YouTube is on YouTube. Yeah. Whoever is on Facebook won't hear us. So
let's continue.
Okay, so let's do that. Okay, Effie, next question.
So what I realized is I got distracted that the feed was down, so I didn't finish the question. But what he was saying is that, can he trust his partner with his secrets, or will this jeopardize his future plans with her? Because the information he gave her was information he was told not to tell anyone, and he told her thinking, this is my...
No, I think we've dealt with this enough. We've looked at the various scenarios, so let's go on.
The next question is from... Okay, here it is. So after a couple have broken up, the guy has told her that he's happy and he's at peace, so they are not going to get back together. Now, you can see that things are working out for the guy. She's happy for him, but she gets sad because she feels like she hindered his progress when they were together. And now that she's left, things are working for him. Is she a bad person to feel sad about this, about his progress and success?
Read the question again, please.
Okay, I'll read it as she wrote it.
I think the network wasn't working very well when you're reading.
So my ex-boyfriend told me sometime after our breakup that he's currently happy and at peace when I asked for a comeback. Uncle, now the guy is living. You can see that things are working out for him. I'm happy for him, but I become sad sometimes. I feel like I hindered his progress. And now that I've left, things are working for him. Uncle, you might not know me, but am I a bad person to feel sad about his progress and success? Sometimes I feel like reaching out to talk with him. Is it necessary?
Wow. Andrew, help us.
Well, I don't think by any stretch of the imagination that the young lady is a bad person.
Okay.
For all you know, the period they had together may have sown some seeds in him that, who knows, if he hadn't crossed paths with her at that point in his life, he may not have gone on to do what he's doing. I mean, there's this line you say, and we've said in our play, people come into our lives for a season.
And for a reason.
So I think she should look at it that way, that there was a reason she came into his life. She came and somehow she was instrumental in who he is now. I think she should be happy with that. I mean, what if your coming into his life led to him having an accident or some kind of misfortune? Then how would you feel?
Yeah.
At least he came into your life, he's gone, and he's an even better person after leaving you. I think you should just change your perspective and be more positive about the whole situation and just leave him alone.
Abisi?
I'll add the 10%. Even in bad situations, there are lessons. What I'm trying to say is, he has moved on and he's happy. You should be happy for him. Because if nothing at all, you obviously care about him. That's why you are feeling this way. But if you do not put your mind in a good place, you won't move on. And you wouldn't be happy. And you would think that you might have stalled his happiness. But what is going to happen is that now you will stall your happiness. You're going to end your chapter while he's having a better time. And trust me, you'll not... Your sadness will turn into hate for some reason, and at any point you can even start hating him for moving on and you are having a bad time. So until you accept that, look, I was there to help this guy one way or another, if nothing at all. We had a relationship, we had good times. He has moved on. He's happy. I also have to move on and be happy. I'm beginning to think that there's something deeper when it comes to her emotions. that she has to sit down and think of herself, because having that mentality on the past is not really healthy.
Yeah. A man told his ex that I thank God for you every day because before I met you, I did not believe in hell. You've made me a very religious person because I did not believe in hell till I met you. Then I knew what hell was. So thank you very much. So even the person who shows us hell has made us religious, has made us realize that there is heaven. We should seek for heaven. So maybe you gave him hell and made him so hungry for heaven that today he's in heaven. He owes it to you. There's another story of a driver, a man who dies and goes to heaven, and he sees the worst driver in the community in heaven. And he goes and tells God, God, you can't have this person here. He was the worst driver ever that we've all known. Nobody liked him back there. He said, yeah, but he made people pray. Whenever he drove, people said, oh my God, oh my God. Andrew is right that you may be the reason why this person is so wonderful today. We'll take the last question and then we'll... once again, I apologize that it's unfortunate that those watching us on Facebook seem to have lost that, but YouTube, you could get it on YouTube. And no, Jeffrey, it's good to know you are watching. I have missed you. Yeah, let's go.
In relation to the 6th point of Uncle's presentation, does it mean sexual intimacy is a no-go area, or can there be precautions taken so it's still possible?
Social distancing and then in marriage. I think I'll leave it for every couple to answer. Every couple. There are precautions to take. There are the hygiene routines to take and things like that. But all that said, I'll leave it for the two of you. For each couple to decide what works for them. And with that, I'd like to thank Andrew and Abizi for joining us. I'd like to thank, is that a question that you scribbled
yes,
there?
Please.
Yeah, Uncle, people are in quarantine, so can we do a few minutes more, please?
Okay, so what's the question?
Can we do 30 minutes extra because people are in quarantine?
Yeah, watching.
Yeah, but Facebook is gone.
No, we posted the link on
YouTube.
link on Facebook, so they can still watch.
So they've gone?
Yes.
How many are on YouTube now?
Let me go back to it.
The link on Facebook.
All right. There is a young man here who is afraid to go because as soon as he leaves the studio, he's going to be alone. He wants us to be here for as long as we can. Elijah, good afternoon.
Oh, wow.
Why not?
All right, let's take 3 more questions and then we'll go.
I don't know if we have. Okay. Because the link is gone, I don't think we have any.
Okay. So, Ken, you have a question?
Yes.
All right.
We mentioned earlier that being in isolation or some form of quarantine can actually mess up with your brains, and it puts the stress level, it puts you in a certain place, and in so doing brings your tolerance level really low. Now, when that is happening and the least thing pisses you off, literally, how can you work on that aspect, or what are some of the things you can do to ensure that although tolerance levels are low, you can still accommodate people? One of the things I've noticed a lot are the parents complaining about their children now, now that they've come home and it's become extra stress for them, and now you have to manage a partner.
I think parents should all start paying more school fees, because now we are discovering that school is not just to educate the children. It's to keep monsters from our home. Yeah, I think we're learning that the hard way with the children home. Suddenly you realize that your own children, you wish they were not there. You wish they would go away a little bit. But knowing the context of someone's behavior should always help you. If I know why you are doing something, what you did does not matter that much. So I know that Ken just fled, but it was because we are under stress. You know, that helps me. I don't take it personal. Because issues get out of hand when we take it personal. But when you realize that, oh, I know where this is coming from, then you don't freak out. You don't go into, okay, me too, I'll do him some. Because it would only complicate the matters. And yes, under these circumstances, everybody is on edge. Everyone is on edge. And people handle stress differently. There are those who get super cool under stress, but there are those who also just disintegrate under stress. They can't help it. And let's just accept people as they are. And for this time, let's just declare, let's all have emotional sanitizers. Emotional sanitizers. So as soon as somebody draws something, just emotional sanitizer, you watch it. Gone. Let's go on. Let's go on. Let's go on. I think that will help. Efe, any more?
There's one just came in.
One what? Confirm key?
No.
Yeah, one confirmed question. Let's go on.
Uncle, any suggestions on how to stay creative for those who have already invested in their relationships and are still in quarantine?
Are you together or you are in different places?
I'm guessing from the question. Oh, Uncle, I don't know. But it would be interesting to know your answer for people who aren't together. Or
I think your generation is very different. If this quarantine thing had come in my generation, when we were that would have been difficult because there was no other way. Not many homes even had telephone. You wrote a letter and had to go to the post office to mail it. You know, and it would take about 3 weeks for that person to get it and things like that. So it would have been a little bit more difficult. But your generation, with the magic of Instagram, tweeting, Facebooking, and things like that, I know people now who just leave their phone on Facebook, and it's become like a big brother kind of experience. So you watch them as they go around, you are seeing them doing everything. So your generation has it easy when it comes to these things. And so use the technology that is available to you.
Just buy a lot of data.
This means that everybody is in a long distance relationship, right?
Right now, yes. We are all going to feel what it is like. It feels like to be in a long distance relationship. And for good reasons. For now. All right. Andrew, what do you think?
Like you said, there's how to stay creative. I mean, the platforms are there, you know. For those who are living together but are in quarantine, they entertain. I've seen that there are a lot of dance challenges and these things, fitness challenges that they're doing together.
Okay.
You know, so there's this one on TikTok especially. They do this dance thing. They do this synchronized dance. They just like the couples, families, they all come together, just do something fun. They go viral, and they talk about it and stuff like that. So now there's a lot of fun things that now you can even share with people and inspire other families to do the same. So I don't think there's much to worry about. If you want to do something, you'll
do it. You'll find a way. You'll find a way of doing it. Abiziga, it will be very easy. She will just leave the thing on in her kitchen, and then you watch her cooking.
Yes.
Oh, hallelujah.
That will be fine. And we'll have to beg her to leave it in the kitchen.
Yeah, Uncle, now this time I cook a lot and then there's nobody to eat, so...
I see, okay.
Really? Uncle, I want to say...
Wait, Ken. I can see a barrel just entered your mind. All right, David.
God will help you. When you were giving your presentation, and you mentioned, I think the second or first point, something about talking to each other. Yes, the losers and the winners.
Yes.
Those who have stayed at the office for a long time,
Yes.
they come home. Now you're stuck with this partner of
Yes.
yours. And I just imagined it. This is a case where your wife will get up and wants to talk to you. And I could see, I just got off the phone with Mario. And Mary said that Ajiman said, wait, what? Who is Ajiman? Oh, Ajiman, didn't I tell you about Ajiman? Oh, Ajiman is Kofi Nyako's Wait, who is Kofi Nyako? Kofi Nyako's brother is then okay, what were we talking about? Oh, Ajiman. Oh, yes. And then what were we talking about? The conversation that I had with my friend. There's going to be such a big gap. There are going to be so many questions than conversations, because you would have to now introduce all the people that are close to you. Wait, I thought Effie was your best friend. No, that was like so last year.
I don't ask you anything. Ajima, okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
What did Ajima say? Okay.
You remember Ajima?
People, are you watching? Are you listening?
He's your friend, right?
No, that's the neighbor of the cat.
Ah, the cat.
Oh, yeah. You. Shame.
Simple.
So, Uncle, you see the mindset you're
Do you people realize we just did a play? We just
that
did
was
a play.
better too.
I said that we just did Act 1 of Coronovirus. No, but it's going to be interesting. You are talking. It will even be not. Look, in most homes, what will happen is that the wife will gang with the children against you, because they are used to their own. They have a vibe of their own. You've never been a part of it, so there they are talking and laughing and being all over everybody, and there you are, just an observer, and wishing that they will involve you in the conversation. So you don't even know where to come in. You don't know where to come in. So you sit there and you are acting interested and wondering, and the questions are in your mind. And men, we don't always voice our questions. So, like, who is Ajiman? Who is there? No. There's Ajiman. Okay. And then just go. Well, with that, I'd like to thank everyone. We'd have to bring this episode to a close. We want to thank you once again. Sorry that Facebook acted up. Somebody said Facebook contracted coronavirus. We are hoping that wire sanitizers will go that way, and we'll get back on track. But if Ghana is on lockdown, we'll come your way again. If Ghana is locked down, we will find a way to get back to you, one way or the other. But whatever happens, we are in the hands of God. Let's keep hope alive. Don't freak out. We'll be all right. I believe that. We will be all right. Stay safe.
Honey, won't you come to bed?
I'll be with you. I'll be with you.
Come on, let's go to bed too. And you're doing this.
Huh?
Sweetheart, I think it's getting late. You should come to bed.
Get the best-selling novels, The Deal and Perfect Couple by WHYTE at 40 Ghana cedis each. Available at all Shell shops, selected bookshops, and total filling stations. For inquiries, call 050-554-6010 or WhatsApp 050-554-6030 for your copies.